Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and this is part 2. I'm going to show you how to combine these basically, but you can't really combine them. If you see, we smart fill these in, they're different pieces. And if we're going to cut them out into puzzle shapes, they need to be all one piece and all one cut line. So I'm going to set my nudge factor on 30 inches, and I'm going to take my smart fill tool, and I'm going to just nudge. Every time I make a fill, I'm going to nudge it up. And that's probably good enough for a shape. Now, if we look at this and take away the fill and bring in the outline, we have all these broken lines. So if you sent this to the laser right now, it's going to cut that out. But what we can do, and what I'm going to do when I actually going to make one of these, I'm going to take my boundary tool and make a boundary, and I nudged it up. I'm going to hit F4 on my keyboard so you can, well, I must have not have nudged it up. Nudge it over. So now we have a bunch of nodes, but it's all sealed up and it'll all cut out if you make it a hairline. So we're going to go right click, double click on your pen tool, make it a hairline, and then that pattern would cut out. And you wouldn't really want to, move it like I've been moving it. You'd want to nudge it up to the next spot. And then you could change all the, and then you could do the next one. Matter of fact, you could actually get rid of this one and then just go to your next pattern, whatever it may be. And let's go over here. Let's say you make this shape on this one, and actually for the puzzle we're going to make shapes like this. So now you realize I did two things wrong. I didn't move them up. So one thing you could do to maybe make it easier would be, and I mentioned this in the last video, Control G and group this together. Then you could kind of form your pattern without nudging them up. So let's just do that again. I'm not going to nudge them up this time. And this way you can kind of see your pattern better on what you're going to do. Let's go ahead and make this pattern. Now, because those other pieces are grouped together, we can grab just the red ones and nudge them up. And then we can do the same thing with the boundary tool, make a boundary and nudge it up. So now we have two pieces of our puzzle to be ready to cut out. And because we nudged them, once you get your pattern done, and I'm going to just show you, then you could take a, let's say let's just move one of these. I'm not going to use this one. And just move them around, whatever, and then hold down the shift key and hit the rectangle tool, draw a rectangle around it, get the pick tool, and hold down the shift key and make it a little bit bigger. And then this would be, let's make it a wood color. This would be one color of the wood. So that's what would be your pattern. And then when you cut that out, your other pieces are going to fit in there by left clicking and right clicking. And then you have and then you would glue this piece down on another piece of wood that's equally in that size to give it a backing for the pieces to fall into. I'm going to stay on top of this. I'm going to try to make it harder for the children to be able to put it together. Because right now, if you hand them the board with this shape, there's a couple that are the same shape, like that one and that one, but they interfit. So I need to figure out a way, and if somebody watching might have some thought on that we could make the black part a puzzle also. Anyway, hope that helped.